We're losing!
Teamwork, guys. More teamwork.
They're burying us alive!
Well, shit.
Jeez Louise.
Honey, don't you want to beat those bastards? In my book, we're gonna be winners.
What's the matter? You got nothing left inside, huh? Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that?
Screw them.
What are you doing? What are people doing?
Is this early access to?
Hey, let me tell you something, bro.
Get out there now and do the best you can.
That's right. I got my membership. Did you get your membership? I got my membership card. he gave me a free one, but I think it's because I'm like 10 hours away, so he knows I'm never going to come up there. So that's why he gave me a free membership card. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and we'll see the difference next Sunday when he shows back up. Well, I mean, we're going to see a new and improved Eric. Not that there's anything wrong with him in the first place. Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. He's trying to get ready. Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't think. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Yeah. This guy's probably thinking, man, this guy's soft. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, Friday night we went to the ball game downtown there, with Barb and the kids and her family, which was a whole other story. But I went up. They've got. I'm sure Fenway's got the same thing, but Great American Ballpark's got this area where you do like the pregame show and then the postgame show. Okay, and for the Reds, it's Sam LeClaire and some other guy. And so afterwards, I got tired of sitting down there in the seats with them. So about the 8th inning, I got up, grabbed one last beer, And I'm seeing, they got this bar thing around it. So I stand around this bar thing and that. I have my nice Reds shirt on, my Reds hat. And Sam LeCure gets up, goes to his seat. Now he's sitting there. He's writing notes and that. He's kind of looking around. We kind of made eye contact. And he kind of nodded, and I nodded back. So that's my kind of claim to fame. And I was on TV. Friday night. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all can't, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So here's a question for you here, because past couple of games I've been to this year, they don't do, at least the Reds don't, the first pitch is not done there in the field. It's like off to the side, off on the plaza and stuff. To do they don't do the first pitch and shit on the goddamn field anymore. And there's also, they don't have any more ball boys or ball girls sitting down there on the foul lines to catch the get the foul balls. They got some dude comes running out of the dugout, grabs it and runs back. Yeah, the Reds dropped all of that. Yeah, they don't have that no more. I'm kind of upset about that. I don't know. I don't know. Not well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if they made any money. They might have been just volunteer type of thing. But it just kind of, it's like upsetting. You all these years growing up, you always had some kid sitting there in a little seat, sitting there right there on the foul line, waiting for the ball to come. No, no. Yeah, the net goes down to the almost the third base, uh, and then the first base. Yeah, I was just going to say. I mean, it was in front of us. We didn't notice it. We didn't know. We didn't notice. But that could be because of the foul balls and stuff. They didn't want the people get rammed upside the head or some shit. Yeah. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They lost yesterday to the Dodgers. They lost today to the Dodgers. They were one game back in a wild card. I'm sure now they're, well. Padres and Cardinals played each other, so we're behind them. So we're either a game or 2 games back behind now. So over whatever is going on there. So fading very, very fast, dude. Not much time left, and we're fading fast. Hmm. Well, that's like guys. I mean, we end up playing the Dodgers for the wild card playoff game or something like that. The way we were playing against them is ugh. Mm-hmm. That is true. Yes, it was not a good game for Joe Burrow. No, not at all. Horrible game. Horrible game. Yeah, the score makes it closer than what it was. It was not that close at all throughout the whole game. Lots of Bengals penalties after penalty after penalty. False starts. Mm. Yeah. Hmm. Nice. Nice. Pittsburgh. He is old. He doesn't look old. He is old. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question here. $39. He's 39. Man, he's been God. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, because and we're playing in Pittsburgh next week, so that's always a tough situation. Yeah. What kind of luck is that, man? That's incredible. Yeah. It ain't over till it's over. Nice week. This past week. Weather's been great here. It's kind of itching into fall a little bit. Um, they're talking up coming up this week here, highs in just the 60s and overnight lows in the 40s. So, it's getting to be cozy season here now. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm on the hunt for wood, to burn. I've got a couple of leads on some free wood to go out and get. I just gotta get the time, go out there on a Saturday, Sunday morning, whatever, and go out and load my truck up and drop it off in the back of my yard, and then get the splitter and everything, split it and stack it and all that shit. But yeah, I'm on the hunt for wood. I need wood, dude, to burn. Mm-hmm. No, that's not true at all. I don't know. It starts on a Friday, so I mean that's kind of big. That's big. That's big. Um. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I hear Mike just fine. Yeah, Matt is hearing Mike. Well, yeah, I'm not just talking to myself.
Hello, hello, hello. You should hear me now, RoboPig. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? As I was saying, the the audio listeners won't notice a damn thing, but the the people that go back and watch the show, they're not going to hear anything. He should hear me now. There he is. So I was like, speaking of Big and Mike Tober, for our visual listeners, visual watchers, they might notice something, peeking out behind the scenes here, but from Mike Tober.
Look,
Yes.
yeah, I see something that's 77 inches.
Thrusting with power. What's going on, RoboPig? Sorry I missed your birthday stream on Friday.
Happy birthday, dude.
Hope it was successful. Work has been a nightmare of late, so I apologize for that. So yes, so we were talking about Matt Tober is inching closer, which means candy corn season is here. You don't know what you're going to do for Matt Tober yet, huh?
I mean, I've got Barb and I's going away for the weekend.
Uh-huh.
We're going away. We got a little chalet type of thing happening here that we're going away for a couple of days.
No pants days. Sans pants.
There's going to be a lot of no pants going on and other things happening that weekend. It's going to be, yeah. Oh yeah, it's. I'm going to be worn out, and she will be too.
Now you got to plan that right, though, if you know what I mean, without getting into the details.
I don't know what you mean. Be honest with you.
Just the women. You just got to plan that right, because otherwise you're going on a vacation with no action.
Yeah, like the Reds will be in town or some bullshit like that. Yeah, Aunt Flo arrives. That is a very good and wise point.
So
that better not fucking happen.
You need to consult with that beforehand, otherwise you got to reschedule that weekend.
Well, unfortunately, it's already scheduled and rooms and stuff's already paid for. So
you could be,
not much I can do about it now.
I'd get on top of that, literally.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I might have to bring some protection just to.
Oh boy, we don't need the details here, Matt.
Bring a raincoat.
Oh, stop it. Let's see who we got in chat now. Show enough. What's going on? Show enough.
Hey!
Do you see the TV? Show enough. Do you see the lovely TV? We have some lovely parting gifts for everybody here today.
Everyone in chat gets a TV thanks to Mike. That like that.
Yeah.
It's like fucking Oprah Winfrey here, dude.
You get a TV. I get a TV.
Yes, RoboPig, I am rolling the dice. I am rolling the dice, and hopefully the dice comes up snake eyes.
So, what else going on this week? Anything else happen of note? I heard you turned your backyard into an IHOP today.
Yes, I did. This morning, I got up and was screwing around down there for a while, and finally, get time. I was like, all right, it's time to start making breakfast. I cooked up me some, well, not just me, but for everybody, some bacon, eggs, pancakes, and all that. Had the griddle going today. Delicious. It was just weird. As soon as everyone's in bed sleeping and that, I was like, you know what? I'm done waiting for them to get up. I'm going to start making goddamn breakfast. All right, because I'm done waiting. And I got there and I started doing all that stuff and that, and all of a sudden, like creatures in the night come out and looking, ooh, what's going on here? What's going on?
You're wafting it up into their windows.
Yeah. Next thing you know, they're all out around the table, sitting there waiting for everything to be done. It's like, when's it going to be done? What's going to be done? It's like, well, you know what? I'm making my shit first, and then you all can eat. Because, I had to do eggs to order. Okay, pancakes were done, bacon was done, all the other stuff was done, and then came down to eggs. I was like, all right, well, I'm doing eggs to order. I said, but you all gotta wait for me to be done because I'm making my eggs first, and you all gotta wait for me.
And what kind of eggs did you make for yourself?
Sunny side up. I did sunny side up for myself. Barb wanted scrambled eggs. Christopher wanted scrambled eggs, and Noah wanted over easy. So it was, a little bit of everything there for the eggs, but everything else was done sitting there in the warmer part of the grill, keeping warm and all that stuff. Oh, it was a good breakfast. I had my coffee and everything. Very nice breakfast. It was delicious. Pancakes I haven't had pancakes in so long. Oh, this is so good. Syrup and stuff.
We went out this morning. The wife gets her, iced coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, so I went for the ride.
Uh-huh.
We went to the Dunkin's in Harvard, Mass. Very, very nice old town. A lot of foliage starting to develop, so we went for the ride. And the last couple times we've decided to go through that way, we've hit a road race. One time we hit like a bike road race, and today we hit like a 5K. So on the way back, we go to the Dunkin' Donuts, no problem, and we loop back home a different way, and all of a sudden we got like runners coming at us and like, traffic on the other side. It's like, Jesus.
You weren't driving, were you?
I never drive. Lynn drives me around.
Okay, thank God. Thank God. Otherwise, it'd been just a massacre or something out there.
Can't see. Speaking of massacre, I think, did we touch base last week about my issues with Comcast? We talked about that, right? How on a storm came through and it nuked my cable box.
Yeah. They won't give you the 4K box back or something like that.
So the guy in the truck says we don't carry 4K boxes anymore. We gave them all out, and now they're hard to come by, and they don't put them on the trucks. You got to order it online. So I ordered it online. They sent me a new cable box this week. The fucking thing was older and bigger than the one they left me with. I was like, there's no way in hell that this friggin' thing is a 4K DVR box. And I've been wrestling with them all fucking week to get this box. Now, I could be like you and just go to like, you would usually go to what? Who's your provider? Is it Spectrum or?
Spectrum.
Yeah, you usually. I don't like to go to these offices for one reason only, and nothing pandemic related. But I have two cable bills, one for the house down the Cape and one for here. And I know sure as shit, I would go to one of these offices and I would try to do something, and they wouldn't figure it out, and they'd fucking end up canceling or adding something on to that other house down there, and it would be a logistical nightmare, and I'd fucking lose it in a store. So I said, nope. I'm going to stay at home at my own house, and I'm just going to have them mail me one. So, like I said, they mailed me something that is like monstrous, like friggin' out of like, the 1990s. I was like, what the hell is this thing? So all week I've been trying to, get a new one sent to me, and they say, "Oh yeah, it's going to be overnighted." Blah blah blah. That was Thursday. Friday came, no cable box. Saturday came, no cable box. Today came, no cable box. I called him. I was like, why is this so hard? You sent me the wrong box. Send me the right box. You said you were going to overnight it. What the fuck is the holdup here? So supposedly tomorrow, a specialist is coming between 7:30 and 9 a.m. with this box.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Oh,
I
I can't wait to hear about this.
I told Lynn, I go, I'm this fucking close to getting rid of cable. I go, I don't watch the thing except during, football season. I was like, you guys got enough other crap that you can watch on demand. I go, if this goes south, I'm pulling the key. And she's just, she's like, you don't make the calls. You can get mad. You can get mad all you want, but you don't make the decision. Fuck.
I'm telling you, man, I had the best service I get is when I go over to the goddamn Spectrum store, and talk to them. And I've learned I go in with a nice, cool, calm manner. And when shit goes south, I'll get mad. But I go in nice. How you doing? What's going on? Hey,
bring them
how's
some
your
donuts.
day? You know what? That fucking worked, man. That fucking worked. They remember me for that shit. Okay, they remember me. But yeah, I going there to the store and talking to them personally. Much better service, a much better time than on the phone with some person who is no idea, who I am or what's going on, and could give a rat's ass.
How far away is the store from you, if you had to guess?
About 20 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, store for me is about, I Wazed it. It was about 25 minutes. I don't fucking feel like driving a half hour.
It's worth it.
No.
Look at all the hassle you've gone through. You could have went to the store, took care of it in one bit. They probably got boxes in the back there. They would say, here you go, Mr. Mahoney. Here's your 4K box.
Yeah, I'm
gone
sure.
home and done with it.
I'm sure. But you know what? I got, we'll welcome Eric to the show here in just a minute. But I got, I think, $59 off the bill plus $15. So whatever that works out to math-wise, I got so much money I've gotten them to take off the bill. So
that's how you can afford that TV behind you right now.
Look at that TV.
Look at that thing.
Just look at it.
Just look at it. When you look at that, 77 inches.
Yeah, I'm going to see it.
Where are you going to put that goddamn thing?
Supposedly going to go on this fucking wall. I met, 77 inches doesn't mean it's 77 inches wide. We all know that, right?
It's diagonal.
Yeah, so it's not that much bigger than this TV. It's maybe 5 inches bigger. So I'm hoping to be no issue. Otherwise, it's just going to go on this fucking thing. It's just going to put it on top of that.
Eric,
Yes, sir.
can you believe it?
Can you believe
Yes,
it, Eric?
I'm happy. I'm ecstatic. That makes me happy, bro.
It's a big box. If this shit goes south, I'm going to be sleeping in it.
Yeah, you are. Thank God you'll fit in it.
We were just talking about you, Eric. We said, we had the open here. We said we are a subsidiary of also Glove Box Gyms Incorporated. And Matt said he got a card in the mail for a lifetime membership.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You both got lifetime memberships.
Well, I told Mike the reason why I got a lifetime membership is because I'm like 10 hours away, so I never show up to use it. So,
hey man, free of charge. You got 24-hour access, Matt.
We call in the gym terms, Matt. We would call you a whale. No, if not, then it's not a.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I know where you're. Yep.
Speaking of new TVs, I just bought a new TV yesterday too.
Oh yeah, where's that going? In the gym?
I bought a 65-inch for the
Amateur.
for the gym.
Slumming it, huh? You'll
Yeah.
survive. You'll survive.
Yeah, I'm gonna be all right.
What kind you got?
It's a Hisense. It's a 4K HDR10, all that good stuff, and it was inexpensive, man. It was like $600.
Yeah, you get the if you just get the standard 4K HDR 60 hertz, prices on those things have come down pretty dramatically.
Yeah, and it's for the gym, bro. So it's not like I'm doing anything but watching TV. So
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
gonna be running and hanging and banging in there. Your visuals, you're not gonna be focused on the TV. Everything's gonna be moving anyways.
exactly. There you go.
Lots of jiggly parts moving around.
Oh boy. So how's your week been, Eric? Okay.
Yeah, man. This whole man, I don't know, man. It was a good idea living in DC or whatever, but it's always it's always something happening, bro. You know, and being in the profession that I'm in, we always got to do stuff, man. I'm getting tired of it, bro.
Well, I heard this rally was a bust this past weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't nobody there but like 7 people. Yeah, but it was
Awesome.
it was like 6,000 cops though. So
Yeah.
you know,
Problem is, how
But-
many of those 6,000 cops are sympathizers? Well, we won't go there. We won't go down
Yeah.
there. We won't.
Yeah.
We won't kick that can. We will kick that can down the road to another day.
but it's all good. You know, it's whatever.
Tell me how your video game week was, Eric. What have you been playing when you've not been playing dress up at work?
Well, what I've been playing is the Lewis latest hotness Deathloop.
Yeah, lay it on me because I've been watching people. I want to hear Matt if he's been able to watch his son play it at all. I've got a vague idea of what the game is about now, but give me your impressions.
Okay, so think Returnal, right?
Yep.
That same type of situation where you die and you start over, but you don't start all the way over. You start over where you progress. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
So it's not a total bust. And the voice acting and the graphics are just on point. I didn't think I was going to like it at first because of the the starting over and the whole loop situation.
Yep.
But I find myself really digging it because it's every time you do something, the story opens up, and there's different pathways you can go, and it really is really cool. And the voice act, it's like got like a little comedic flair to it because the main character is kind of funny. Yeah, Colt's kind of funny. So it's yeah, I'm digging it. I'm really liking it so far, and I've been playing a lot of that. So
the visuals look top notch, and the
visuals are
like a tremendous amount of polish. And if I looked at the visuals, and I don't know if I'm nailing this, I mean, obviously it's got that Arcane, Dishonored, Prey vibes to it, but it's also got a little bit of like, I don't know, like BioShock, We Happy Few. It's got some sort of influences like that I see in there here and there.
Yes, and it really stands out. The graphics are really sharp. It's really nice looking, but it's almost cartoony, but not. I don't know how to explain it. It looks really good though. Yeah. The Arcane, they got that whole animation thing down, so it's really good. It's really nice.
And they got tremendous scores, a lot of 10s, a lot of 9s. So I'm gonna have to bite on this probably just to experience it myself. It seems like it's going to be a Game of the Year contender for sure.
Yeah.
And you think pretty easy to pick up and play? Once you get in there and figure everything out.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to die because you can go in at guns blazing, or you can go stealthy. You know what I mean? Whereas like you can throw a bottle and the enemies will be like, "Hey, what's that over there?" And they're not dumb though. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if they, you're gonna have to go with the guns and everything. So you got a lot of different tools. You got guns. You got different guns. You can pick up their guns.
Now, what's this? I saw that was like a bunch of like when people die, or there's some sort of I'm not sure if currency is the right word. Is it recursion? Is that what it's called?
Recursion?
Like that sort of like
OE stuff?
Yeah. What is that called?
I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
But yeah, that's there. I don't know.
And is that like you collect that and you build? Is that how you like up level your guy, or what do you do with all that stuff you're collecting?
Say if you die, you can go back to your body, and because your body will be there like glowing and stuff, you can pick up your stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
saw.
that's
Was watching some other people play it, and it seemed like certain devices had this glowy stuff. We'll use that
yeah,
technical term for now. And it seemed like you could collect it, and then you could maybe even collect it off people you killed as well. And I was just
yeah.
curious, like what you do with all that stuff.
Well, some of the stuff that you can pick up, you get a certain level of magic. I would say, kind of like a magic type of thing. I haven't gotten like real strong in that,
Yeah.
but for what I get, like a certain level of magic, and you can do all kinds of like you have like these powers or whatever.
hmm Now, Matt, have you been watching Noah play it at all?
I have. I've been talking to him about it, and he's liking it. He gets frustrated in the game, because of the whole repetitive and that. But he's learned that every time you play through, there's something that he sees or something's different,
Yeah,
and he checks it out, and it kind of helps progress through the game.
And to Eric's point, it didn't seem like you start over. Like I was watching Nick play it the other night, and he died and almost like respawned like pretty close to where he died.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not like that. Was that 12 minutes game, or like
Returnal, like
Returnal, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of that same concept, but it's not as punishing. I mean, I don't know if that's the right word to say, but
Right.
you learn.
and you can go different routes. You don't have to like. There's
Yeah.
a marker that marks where you're supposed to go, but you don't have to go the prescribed route. You can go off the beaten path a little bit. You know what I mean?
Investigate. Now, if you died, did you like all your stuff go away? Do you keep like
No.
when your body respawns? What do you have on you? Just your knife and that sort of electrical detector thing?
Okay, so the people you killed they remain dead. You lose some of your like your weapons and stuff. Not all of them, and you keep your power.
Okay.
So
How
it's
many
cool in
weapons
that.
how many weapons can you carry on you at a time? Is there like a weapon wheel that you can go
Yeah.
through them all, or just carry one at a time, or what?
Right now, I can only carry two. You can dual wield, but you can also carry like in your left hand, you can carry like a grenade or this thing that it's like some kind of device that unlocks it hacks like electronical things, like doors and stuff. You can carry that, and you can dual wield weapons, or you can carry a knife, a gun, a knife and two guns. That's what I'm carrying right now.
I was watching Nick play, and he had some sort of like suitcase turret type thing that really
Yeah.
was fucking people up.
Yeah, and you can hack those too because they're around the area. You can hack into those, and they can turn on the enemies.
Now, the people that you're fighting, they don't necessarily look like real people, right? Like, what's the deal? Like, what's the deal with that? Are they just like,
Right, they look like people with masks on.
yeah? That's where I
Yeah.
was getting a little bit of that, like, We Happy Few vibe.
Yeah.
From that. Like, I don't know what the deal was. Like, some of them are blue. They're like all different colors, and they got masks on. I couldn't really tell if they were like bots or like they were really humans or whatever. Whatever they are, they like disintegrate. They like evaporate into the air once you kill them.
Yeah, I think some of them are people, or they've been taken over. I don't really know because I ran up into this one guy. He was taking a whiz, so I don't know if robots would take a whiz. You
Yeah.
know?
And
So
I understand it's not an incredibly long game either. Some people saying maybe 20 to 25 hours to complete. I'm sure for for me it's probably going to take me 40 to 60.
I mean, if you mainline it, I think you can. But it's so much, side quest type stuff that you could do too.
That's still a pretty good time. 20, 25 hours. That's
Sure.
that's
Yeah, it's
that-
20,
that
25
that's
hours I'm
good.
not working.
And then there's the on it too, where I can jump in your game if you leave it open. I can jump in your game and be to protect the girl. I think her name is Juliana.
Right, yep.
You could be her, and when that person comes into your game, it lets you know that okay, she's in your game and she's hunting you. She could be anywhere in your game. You don't
Right,
know. She's kill you.
And they call that invading, right? So
Right.
yeah,
Trying to break, stop the loop. I mean, continue the loop so you don't break the loop.
Now, did you turn that on or did you leave it off?
Yeah, I turned it on. And
Anybody?
would jump into my game, it'd be randoms. So I turned it off after I just kept.
You're like, this is getting old quick. I'm just dying. They're hunting me down. And without knowing, Matt, is he leaving that on or has he turned it off?
To be honest, I don't know if he has or not. Yeah, I'd have to ask him to see.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll be like in the middle of something, and somebody will jump in your game and kill you. You know, you'll be like right at doing something. You know what I mean? So,
okay. What else have you been playing?
that's all I've been playing. But I did pre-order. What is it? Kenya Bridget Spears.
Yeah, that comes out Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that already.
Yeah.
So
nice. I got to get on that myself. Matt, what about you? Have you been playing more Destiny this week, or what have you been up to?
Yeah, no, I've been doing lots of Destiny, going through the new seasonal stuff. I finally kind of finished up the last season stuff. There's a couple of legacy quests I had for that I finished up. And now I'm full on into this season's quest and activities and so forth. I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. The new activity is good. It's kind of a quick type of thing. You know, go in. There's not too much involved with it. So that makes it nice. It doesn't seem like a chore to do it. So I'm loving that, and I'm going through. There's a whole quest line. It's like 53 steps long, and I'm like on step number 30 now, or something like that. I mean, we've been working on it this past week.
Right,
We
yeah.
did some of that. We did some others, some other stuff in that. So that's it's going along great. I'm really enjoying it. The new weapons this season are pretty sweet. I've got a couple of those. I've got a couple good rolls on some of the weapons, so I'm excited there. Get my power level up. It's going good. I've been playing some Crucible matches, and I'm so with Crucible.
Yep.
Gambit, I'm doing a little bit better because it's more of a PvE thing. But I'm doing better with Gambit, and the 6-man activities and some of the 3-man activities that you're doing this season have been going really, really good. So I'm liking it. It's going a lot of fun.
Oh my God! The Wednesday after you left.
Yeah.
So game night, it was me, you, and Chase playing Destiny 2.
Uh-huh.
And I was under the gun anyways because it was going to have happy fun time around 11ish.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to do this one. What do they call it? Align the lanterns or something.
Astral alignments.
Astral alignments. Thank you. And boy, we got this one fucking guy that we couldn't get down. And I was like, I gotta go, Chase. I got priority. No, come on. Just So we waited for our supers to build up and be active. And so then he went first, and then I went, and we still didn't beat him. I was like, son of a bitch. And we tried it one more time, and this time I went first with my supers, and then he cleaned the guy out with his. But this guy was, like, his health was regenerating. You've probably run into this dude?
Yeah. It's if you don't kill certain people in a certain amount of time, his health will start, like, going back up.
Yeah.
So he can be down almost dead, and all of a sudden comes back up because you're not
fast.
doing the other thing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He was the only one left. There was no one else there to kill. So it was just, 2v1. And it took us, I'd say, about 20 minutes to kill this guy. But what a beautiful is not the right word, eerie, horror, detailed section of that game that was. Like that church sort of thing with like the steeple was broken and kind of half floating in the air.
Yep.
Really,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, really well done. Spooky, for sure.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely got a Halloween vibe and shit to it, which, coming up here, I think in a week or two, they've got their fall event. Destiny does events throughout the year. So coming up here soon will be their Festival of the Lost or something like that. Something like that, where it's basically a Halloween themed thing. It will go on for quite a few weeks. But this was a very eerie thing. I mean, try doing that by yourself. man, I've been doing that one by myself a couple times, and can be a pain in the ass. But
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chase and I knocked out that out. That was pretty good to get that accomplishment done. Besides Destiny 2, anything else you've been playing?
no, that's it.
No.
Been playing work, and playing home life. But yeah, that's it.
I've been enjoying Ghost of Tsushima, Iki Island. I've been putting in a lot of time on that.
Yeah?
So much to the point that I'm enjoying it that I'm not rushing it. Like, I'm not sure if you've ever played a game where like you're like, damn, this is so good. I don't want it to end because I have no idea if they're ever going to make a sequel to this or when Sucker Punch is going to make another game. So I've been like playing like short spurts, like an hour and a half at a time, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. Let's not just fucking blast through this content. But yeah, I've really been enjoying that. And
Nice.
I'm not video games in general. I'm not like super into like I'm not sure, like flashbacks isn't the right word, but sort of like mental, like time. Not so much a timeless, but you're like, this woman has drugged you. That's the point of Iki Island. That there's this, the person that you're fighting has drugged you, and you're traveling through the world there, doing whatever, and every once in a while the drug kicks in, and you have these hallucinations. It's not my favorite thing to experience in games in general, but it's really done well to the point where I'm soldiering on it and enjoying the content for sure. Have you played any of that yet, Eric?
I played just like the basic part of it, but I went ahead and got the expansion or whatever, the DLC.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get into that once I think I've.
I just want to slowly but surely. Ghost of Tsushima is like becoming one of my all-time favorites. It's getting into Witcher 3 territory for me. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
So it's really well done. Other than that, go ahead.
77. It's probably look just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean it looks great here. I'm playing it on. I have a similar television here. The 48-inch LG that I play it on, and it looks amazing on that. So yeah, with the other new TV, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So I've been playing. I downloaded the Call of Duty Vanguard open beta.
How was that?
The multiplayer. So you're just going between team deathmatch and domination, kill confirmed. The typical type of matches you get in Call of Duty. I don't know. There's something to be said, Matt. Every once in a while, just jumping into team deathmatch and just fucking running around and shooting shit up. And something seems to be new this year. They got this filter. People will tell me, no, they've had this all along, and I've been oblivious to it. But it said, what is your game style? And it tries to match you up to the style. So it's tactical, which is, it's basically slow, medium, fast, right? And so the tactical is would be considered like the slow, fast is blitz, and I'm forgetting what the medium is. That's what I have it on, which is, a hybrid of the two. So blitz,
and that's multiplayer. That's multiplayer.
This is multiplayer. So you think of blitz sort of like it's the same modes, but it's just faster. Like there's supposedly nothing is getting sped up. It's just more. I guess maybe more people are in the match for you, so you're dying. It's just more all-out combat. I think I want to say blitz maybe had like 10 people as opposed to 6. I could be making this up completely, but every once in a while I got into a blitz thing, and it felt like Nuketown in a larger map. You just die, spawn, die. Kill, get a few kills, die. It was fun. Just you're not really. I just wanted to shoot shit. I had like an hour and a half down here, no one bothering me, and I just was like, I just want to blow shit up and shoot shit. And I was just running around. Now, the map seemed cool and all. The visuals didn't blow me away. I'm like, I'm waiting for Call of Duty to like step up there, like, they're competent visuals, very well detailed, but there's nothing that screams like next gen. Now I know it's in beta. There could be improvements that could happen between now and launch, but nothing screamed out to me going, wow, this is cutting edge. They really have, gone all out here to make this fucking, balls to the wall. So it just seemed more more of the same, just different maps. And I did enjoy that it is World War II. I tend to play better in those types of guns and those settings. For some really interesting maps that I've played so far. A lot of snow, which of course you get in Call of Duty games, but there's one domination. You're in some sort of German-esque hideout that you've invaded, and you got this big fucking like dining room, with all these like chairs and shit and this huge table. Picture being at a huge feast, right? With all these like Nazi leaders, right? This huge table, like one guy at one end, one guy at the other end, and all fucking hundreds of chairs, and they're all like detailed with like the Iron Cross and all that type of shit. And you're just in there busting shit up, busting the tables up and shooting shit. So, some rooftops settings, and you drop down into the houses and things like that. So, all in all, it seemed like fun to me.
You buying it?
I think so. More apt to play the World War II game than I am something else that's just a little bit more modern.
So nothing screaming day one, or is it a day one?
Nothing screaming day one, but it's probably coming out, I think, at a time that I'll probably pick it up. If not, Christmas or something like that,
Yeah. Very cool. All right.
Yep.
But, and then we're going to talk about the PS5 update this week, but I wanted to test out the M.2 drive and all that type of stuff, and I wanted to see how games would load, so I was stopped and started a bunch of games, but ultimately I ended up landing on the Uncharted Lost Legacy. I started that, years ago, and just never got around to finishing it. Lost Legacy is the two women are in the game. Nadine, and I forget the Spanish woman's name. And so I was playing that. I think I was on like chapter 4 whenever I left off, and now I'm on chapter 7. But just the fucking detail Naughty Dog puts in those Uncharted games is off the charts.
It's amazing, ain't it?
I tweeted out 4 pictures today that I took of in-game. And just some of those, I just remember like being in Uncharted 4 when you got to like that lost pirate town or whatever, and you kind of like descend on down into it, and it's just breathtaking. Got the same feeling when I was playing this, when you come across those, I'm not up on my history here, but these elephant type statues that are popular in Indonesian culture, right? And you come through these hidden jungle areas, and then it just opens up. I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever been to the Grand Canyon, right? And
Yeah.
You get off the bus or whatever vehicle you're using, and then you actually get out, to the place that you can walk out and see the Grand Canyon. And the first time you see that, there's like this reaction, like you're losing your breath, and like it's just like, oh my God, like this is just like massive scale that I'm looking at. It's just like unbelievable. And it's hyperbole, obviously, but because it's just a fucking video game. But when you roll out into this jungle area, and then you get into the wide opening, and you saw those big statues like that with all the detail, and you have this fucking little character and these big fucking like ivory elephant carvings are just standing there. It's just like, holy shit, the depth of scale was impressive. And then of course all the intricacies, the Uncharted games are definitely not for the people that don't like traversal. All the little rope swings you got to do, and the ledges,
and the climbing.
The climbing, the ledges, the rope swings, just all those fine details. And then when you get into those places, just the environmental work that they put into those games is, the added touch that everything just like looks like it should be. Like you're in these sort of hidden towns or hidden cities, and some water has come through, and like all the moss and mold and everything in the foliage there, just everything looks right, like you would envision if you discovered a town like that. Overgrown in certain areas, untouched in other areas. Really impressive.
Now I hate to say it, but Naughty Dog and Insomniac are worth $75 billion to me, because those two studios are just knocking it out the park every time they touch something, bro.
Yeah. And that's a little bit why I'm disappointed that Naughty Dog is like remaking, aren't they remaking the first Last of Us game?
Yeah, they're gonna.
Yeah.
And just for Isn't that for a PlayStation 5 type bump up type deal?
Like, I don't
Isn't
think
that
it's. I'm not sure if it's like a remaster or bump up. I thought they were remaking it. I was like, why
oh
do they
just
need? Why do they need to remake it? Can't they just fucking move on to like Uncharted? I'm sure they're doing Uncharted 5 as we speak,
yeah
and we don't
Yeah.
know about it. But it just seemed weird that they were going back to Last of Us, the first one, to make Last of Us fucking 3. You know.
yeah you're right. I'm interested to see in the Uncharted how it's going to like when a new one comes out because didn't wasn't that Amy Hennig? What didn't she have a lot to do with that?
Yeah, she did, and now she's the one. She just worked on that game. What, Forspoken, or is that what it was
Yeah,
called? Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
a little bit.
You know, they're working on the Uncharted 4 in the Lost Legacy bundle.
Right.
Those are something that's coming out, and I have to dig more into that Last of Us. I thought it was a remake and not just a remaster. I thought they were going back and doing a bunch of stuff to that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are the really Ghost of Tsushima, Uncharted, Lost Legacy, and Destiny 2 is really what I played this week. In between nights where I did nothing because I was so exhausted and mentally fatigued from work. That bullshit's got to stop. Because we're
Tell
coming
me
up.
about it.
We're coming up on video game season, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
As Eric said, Kenya Bridge of Spirits is out this week. Death Stranding Director's Cut is out this week. Lost Judgment is out this week. But then just looking at the calendar, fellas, you know, in October, we have a whole bunch of shit. Far Cry 6 on the 7th. Back for Blood on October 12th. If, you know, anybody wants to, you know, relive the glory years, Crisis Remastered Trilogy on the 15th. We got, you know, I'm going to pick it up, but I don't know you guys. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy on the 26th of October.
Yeah, we're getting that.
Yeah, I mean, that looked interesting, different to me.
You know what's got me little I don't know, Mike. Are you feeling this way? Kenna Bridge of Spirits. It's supposed to be the greatest thing ever, but it's $39.99 now. Am I off the mark on that? Because usually, you know, that's a budget title, man, and it doesn't look like a budget game though.
Yeah, I'll fucking take it, man. You know,
I mean,
sometimes these budget games, you know, price wise, give you a lot of enjoyment, and I'm hearing it's supposed to be fucking amazing. We'll see what the reviews. I mean, put it this way: some people have that. What was that Death game that came out on Xbox? Death's Door, right?
Yeah.
That's you know, Paris keeps raving about that, and he says that's his game of the year, and that's what, a $19.99 title.
Yeah,
Wasn't Ratchet and Clank wasn't a $70 game, was it?
it was 60,
Was it 60? Okay,
I believe.
I thought that was $49.99, but I could be smoking dope over here.
It was one of those.
Yeah.
But I just, you know, because
I hear what you're saying. There's reason to be concerned there that it is priced at a particular price point to set your expectations. But it's published. It's not published by PlayStation, even though it's a PlayStation exclusive. The developer and publisher are the same, Ember Lab.
Yeah.
So
don't
maybe
the
just-
review like a day before.
Right, yeah, previews. I mean, it's getting a lot of good previews already, but I think, yeah, reviews probably come out in a day or two, right? It comes out Tuesday, so reviews probably drop tomorrow.
Yeah, I might be close to watching that.
Yeah. And then, you know, we get into November here, guys, and then shit really gets, you know, we're going to have a story here in a little bit about Battlefield, but then, of course, you're going to get the Call of Duty game again. You know, Call of Duty and Battlefield will pretty much dominate the month of November. I know people are really excited for that. And then, you know, for anybody who doesn't have Skyrim on their toaster and microwave, the Skyrim Special Edition comes out November 11th.
Yeah, okay.
And then we're getting into Halo season. So a lot of shit to be playing coming up. But let's get to the news here. Let me catch my breath, and we'll be right back.
Really? Really? Okay, do you hear what he just said? Do you hear what he just said, why don't you, for once in your life, just do the fucking news? All right, no. I'm going to do the fucking news. No, here is the fucking news.
All right, so we're going to kick this off. I know Maniac was in chat last week with us, and he was asking if any of us upgraded our PS5 with the new M.2 SSD expansion. And at the last week, he said, well, it didn't get rolled out. And then the very next day, PlayStation came out with a news item and said, the update was rolling out last week. So very opportune time to ask that question, Jay. So here we are, a big update, one of the biggest console updates for the PS5, and probably the biggest update. Many new features or tweaks. We won't need to get into all of them here. I think really the big three things that we'll call out is 3D audio support now for built-in TV speakers. So the update adds support for players to experience 3D audio through their built-in TV speakers. Once enabled in the sound menu, this feature transforms standard 2-channel TV speaker audio into 3-dimensional sound, heightening the sense of gameplay immersion. You can measure the acoustics of your room using the microphone on your DualSense. I tried this out here on my TV. Now, my ears are so shot between being born with, bad genes with my ears. I've had a lot of surgeries and operations on my ears. Drums, all the drumming I've done. And then just, getting back to the genes, I just got a lot of gunk in my ears that I always got to fucking clean out. I know that's TMI, but so be it. So my ears are not so in tuned when I'm in a room and just using speakers like on a TV that I can notice the difference between the two. I'll have to keep listening and trying to notice it. But I did enable it here from my TV. You just do it. You go into the settings, you turn it on, and then it tells you to use your DualSense to measure the acoustics of your room. So I'm not sure if you've tried that yet, Eric.
No, I haven't done it yet.
All right. So I know, people were really, I noticed it when you put the headset on, when you put the Pulse headset. So we'll have to see if I can actually notice it here when I do it through the TV. The Pulse headset also got an update. So you can now have access to the equalizer settings with sound controls, allowing you to customize the sound profile according to your preference. I'll have to test that out at some point. But really, the big thing that this update did for me was the M.2 SSD storage expansion. And let me tell you, it was like being a surgeon. I mean, once you have the goddamn thing built, it's no problem. So if you're buying an expansion with the heatsink already built into it, it's really not a big deal, right? You're taking off the cover, and then you're taking off the other cover, and you're plopping it in. There's a little intricacies there. There's like little circles in the slot that you're dropping it in, and it sort of keeps it in place. So if your expansion is 3 circles deep, you're taking out the 4th circle so it butts up and goes into the groove. So your expansion card doesn't move. And then you got to, sort of push down with one finger and then tighten it all down. I didn't have an SSD with the heatsink built in. So we had to go under the knife here with tweezers and all this. I'm peeling, stickers off the back of the fucking SSD thing. I got my little, I'm trying to make like a hamburger out of this fucking thing. I got the heatsink that I got from Amazon, and I got the heatsink pad on the bottom, and then I got to put the SSD in, and then another heatsink pad, and then I got to close it all up, and it had these things that snapped in to make it all snug so nothing was moved. And I am not embarrassed to say I had to get the wife involved. It was more delicate with these things. I'm sort of more ham-fisted over here. Once we started getting out the tweezers to get the little legs on the damn thing to clamp into place, I was like, I'm out. This is going over to you. You can do this from here on out. But she assisted with no problem. And we got it in, and fucking shit just worked. It fired up the PS5. It recognized it right away. It asked me to format it right off the bat, and then it asked me to update the DualSense. There was also an update for that. So I got it in no problem. Moved a bunch of games over to it. It seemed to move rather smooth. I know Jeremy in our chat says maybe moving games from the SSD to another drive could be slower, but I had no issues moving games to the drive and then playing off them. Everything worked as expected. So pretty pleased.
Nice.
It's nice. It's nice now to go look into my storage, and I got the 1 terabyte for the internal, and I got the 2 terabytes for the expansion, and then I also have my external for the PS4 games if I wanted to run it off that. So pretty pleased
Nice.
with all. Pretty pleased with all that.
Now, do they make a one of those SSD with the heat sink already on it?
They do. Some of them do. Some companies do. I got the Samsung one, the 980, and they said that they're going to be making ones later this year with the heatsink already built into them. But there's other companies out there. What's the WD Black? Is that what it is?
Mhm.
Western Digital Black. You can buy those, and it's already got the heatsink on it.
Okay,
So,
cool.
so you said you had to get the wife to help in that. So was the pucker factor high? Were you nervous? Were you a little worried?
Oh yeah, because
This-
the first time she put it on, we didn't know about the whole screwing the thing into the screw inside the PlayStation has to match up to that little cut inside the heatsink. So we had to go back under the knife again and surgery again and take it all apart and put it on. And she's like, "You just need to leave the room for a few minutes."
I say how
Because I'm I'm leaning over her. You know what I mean? There's nothing worse than someone leaning over when you got surgery fucking going on. So yeah.
yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, Xbox has got it made with that fucking thing. You just doink, put it in the back, and it fucking just snaps into place, and you're good to go.
Yep.
But
What's from loading it from the hard drive to the SSD? Was it quick or?
I'm only playing so far. The only thing I got really that I told you, I played a bunch of things, but then I got invested into the Uncharted, and that just was smooth as butter. I mean, it's a PS4 game, so it should run, fairly well. I mean, I'm gonna put it through its paces some more with some PS5 games and see how it does. But yeah, I mean, it loaded right up. I mean, with hardly any load times whatsoever. Pretty smooth. So I was pleased with it, and thank God the updates there. I mean, it would have been embarrassing, I think, for fucking Sony to not have this out a year after the console. So they're just getting in under the gun. I mean, this November is coming up on a year that systems have been out. So they're really pushing it to the limits. And in the show notes, I'll have the link to the whole update. It's a massive update. There's a lot of other things that got added. I think one other thing I touch upon, they make it very clear now, telling you what version of a game you're playing. So when I have Uncharted Lost Legacy playing, and you're going through the cross media bar to mouse through your games essentially, and it will say right underneath the title, this is it'll give you the PS4 logo. And when you go over to say Miles Morales, it tells you what version you have installed, and it will say PS5 now. So they've been hearing that feedback where it's a little ambiguous, I don't know what version of the game I have installed. Tell me which one I have. So now they're spelling it out to you. It's really done well.
I wish they would go back to folders. Remember folders?
Yeah. I wonder if that's coming at some point. You dump all your indies in one section, your AAAs in others, or just alphabetized.
That was nice.
Your VR in one section. Yeah. That was dope.
Yeah, it's weird. You can say this about Xbox, right? You go from one system to the next, and it just the guts of the system is really what you're buying. You're not buying for an updated UI because they're not giving you that. And PlayStation, it's like everything. The experience is different, and the guts of the machine are different. But it seems like PlayStation sometimes takes features away that took a while for them to give to you on the PS4, and here you are, you start over again on the PS5, and folders are no longer an option. It's like, all right, you figured out how to do it on the PS4. Why aren't you bringing it over to the PS5 at launch?
Right.
It's a little weird to me. Let's move on to some Xbox news here. You can now stream games from the cloud, and you can also do remote play from your console. So, Matt, if you want to play some Xbox Game Pass games from the cloud, you can do that on your PC now. You simply open up the Xbox app on your PC, and there's a button in the middle that says Cloud Gaming. You go to that, and you can see all your Game Pass games, and you can just go ahead and play them right from the cloud rather than downloading them.
That's pretty cool.
Conversely,
Yeah.
you can go into the app, and you can go up in the, I believe it's in the upper right-hand corner where the search button is, and there's a next to the right of the search button is a little icon which is for your consoles. You click on that, and you can now do remote play from your consoles. I know it's not a big deal for you because you play right there. Your PC and your console is right there. But if let's say you wanted to do that, you use the same controller. Placed Xbox. I forget what the exact buttons are, but there's some sort of button pattern that you press on that. I think like the top of your controller that allows you to bounce between your console and your another Bluetooth device. So you use the same controller, and it just mirrors it. Like I could put it here on my TV behind me, my console over here, and then play it on this TV. And what I'm playing, I can see on the TV over there.
Yeah.
It's just another mirror of the device.
Well, I need to try the whole streaming thing on the laptop and hook up my controller to it, my extra controller, and just kind of see how that works, being upstairs and stuff on the couch.
Yeah,
Try that.
If you're going to stream from your console to your laptop upstairs, you got to use the same controller. You just got to switch between the two.
Well, but the cloud gaming, though.
The cloud gaming, you can use that other controller, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So that is all out, and it's available only for Ultimate Game Pass members, which we are.
We are. We are ultimate.
If anything,
we're
hardcore. We are ultimate. Yeah, we are hardcore.
We're a hardcore Game Pass ultimate people.
Yeah. Matt, I really wanted to blame you on this next story because your history here with pre-ordering games has not done any of us any favors, but you have come out and said that you have not pre-ordered Battlefield 2042, so we can't blame you for this quite yet.
This ain't on me.
But it's only been delayed, I think, by a little over a month, so it's coming out now on November 19th, Battlefield 2042. They released a statement that says, "We've made the decision to shift the launch of Battlefield 2042. The game will now be released worldwide on November 19th. Then they go on to talk about how it's been difficult for them to build this game while working from home during the pandemic, so they needed to give their team a few additional extra weeks to get the game right. And I think the open beta has been delayed a little bit as well, but that will be coming out shortly before the game releases on the 19th of November. The 19th of November comes around. We're almost getting into that time of the year. I mean, the heat will probably be on already by then, November 19th. You'll be getting a nice fire going. You'll be thinking about what you're going to have for Thanksgiving. You decide this year if you're going to have a family Thanksgiving or not. I remember last year we didn't have a family Thanksgiving, I don't think, right? All sorts of things to consider then, just a few short months away. Last two news items here. Nintendo, Eric, finally adds Bluetooth support for the Switch. If you can believe it, almost 4 years later, they adding Bluetooth audio support through a software update. The ability to use Bluetooth headphones to listen to game audio has been a conspicuously missing feature. So it's finally great that they've been able to add it, although it comes with some limitations. According to a Nintendo support article, you'll be limited to using 2 wireless controllers if you've got a Bluetooth headset attached. So I think like my family upstairs can play 4 people with Smash.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have for some reason, like we went on a vacation and I wanted to hook the audio up to some sort of speaker or something like that, we didn't have a TV or whatever, we're just playing kind of mobile, only 2 people would be able to play at a time. The system also won't support Bluetooth microphones, which is no one's surprise because their voice chat system is so weird with the phone that no one thought they were. Yeah, no one thought they were going to be hooking up the a Bluetooth microphone to that. So,
But you know what's messed up? It's the Bluetooth. Basically, it's always been there. They just now are unlocking it, kind of sort. That I think that's messed up.
Is this for the Switch Lite also, or just the Switch? I'm guessing the Switch Lite's probably excluded from this.
It probably has the same OS and everything. It probably is in there.
I mean, I would think so, Eric, but I'm not sure if. The Switch Lite's a little bit different, so.
Yeah.
But that'd be nice. That'd be nice if that was the case.
Nintendo says that the Switch can save up to 10 connected devices, Bluetooth devices, and says that it should work with both the regular Switch and the Switch Lite.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
And the last news story I have for tonight is more Call of Duty stuff. We don't talk about Call of Duty a lot on here, but I figured since I played Vanguard, I'll give you my impressions. But also leaks. Next year's Call of Duty game will be a sequel to 2019's Call of Duty Modern Warfare, according to new reports. Industry insider Tom Henderson tweeted that Call of Duty 2022, codenamed Project Cortez, is expected to be a sequel to the Modern Warfare reboot. VGC also reported that Modern Warfare 2 is on the way next year and that it will include a campaign featuring U.S. Special Forces fighting Colombian drug cartels. Of course, all this Project Cortez and this leak here were all part of the GeForce Now data mine. I'm not sure if you guys saw that this week. There was some sort of data mine from that service where they said maybe God of War was coming to PC, amongst other things. But Infinity Ward will be doing the next game next year, Modern Warfare 2. It looks, like I said, not to be a WW2 game, probably more modern, and you're going to be fighting those damn Colombian drug cartels. We've never done that before in video games, have we?
It's something new. Yeah.
Something fresh. It feels fresh to me and exciting. I don't care. I'm fucking excited to play Far Cry 6. Yeah. I'm excited to play Far Cry 6. I don't know about you guys.
I am too. No, I am. I'm excited.
It's going to be there.
Yeah, that's always been a good series. So,
have you pre-ordered that yet?
No. I'm done pre-ordering bullshit. I'm done. I'm done pre-ordering shit. I take that back.
Except the Witch Queen.
Yeah, I pre-ordered the Witch. Yeah, the Witch Queen. I already took care of that. Yes, because that's a given, man. That's not going to be fucked up.
You got a Destiny 2 tramp stamp. You got to go out and fucking pre-order the Witch Queen, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It still hurts back there too.
Salty. Well, Matt, it's been a while. We don't have any voicemails. We've done the news. Eric has joined the show. Do you want to do a quick, terrible topic, sir?
Yeah, let's do one. Might be women of the night walking around, broadcasting out their anuses. Like 70s Harry.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at that! Burn it up. I'm right down in the fucking bed. Adult toys, sex crime or sexual assault, vaginas. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right, who's got the GPS on the rub and tug?
Hey, gentlemen. We've got 4 topics here. Let's choose one. We have wedding, thief,
Queef.
body, thief, bodybuilder, ESPN, wedding, thief, bodybuilder, ESPN. And I hope these links still work because it's been a while. These have been in here.
Well, I mean, I just say if today's football, right? We're getting back into the swing of football. We got to go ESPN, no?
Exactly.
Let's go ESPN. All right. It says here, Paul Pierce fired by ESPN for living his stripper-loving truth. The future NBA Hall of Famer and TV analysis was canned by ESPN after live streaming a drunken poker game with twerking strippers on his Instagram. It says here, this guy here, media expert, says, I speak from experience when I tell you, the reader, that the best follows on the entire internet are ex-athletes on Instagram, 40-something-year-old men who have conquered the world's most exacting profession, living strange lives in the twilight. It says, 7-time All-Star and future Hall of Famer Joe Johnson posting Hemsworth-level beefcake shots. Paul Gasol eating an egg. He's talking about all these different people doing stuff on Twitter and Instagram, all that stuff. But apparently here it says here, last Friday night, Hall of Fame Celtics forward Paul Pierce set the gold standard for all retired athlete Instagram content when he bafflingly live streamed himself, glassy-eyed and transparently wasted, playing poker with his dudes while a bevy of strippers milled around, twerked at the camera, and appeared to be having a good, wholesome time while a random midseason NBA game played on TV in the background. Is there anything wrong with that? I mean,
Well, here's the thing. This is where my mind automatically goes to. Is like, why do you got to put that out there on social media? Because he's got a shit ton of money and he's married. Why, for fucking heaven's sake, are you kicking the can of losing all that money? I mean, you think, unless his wife is there and she's on board with all this stuff, like, why are you broadcasting? That is pretty much saying if she ever gets pissed off and wants to get divorced, I mean, maybe they got a prenup, I don't know. But if she's going to divorce and take him to the cleaners, he's got no defense. He just put it out. He was being braggadocious with his strippers. And he can be, you can go to the cleaners,
Yep.
I agree. Why?
I mean, it's like Eric. It's like Eric going on Instagram in his gym with a bunch of scantily clad, Washington football team cheerleaders. I mean, John is going to get the house, Eric, and you're going to be like out like in a shed somewhere. It just would doesn't make sense to me. Like why you
that doesn't make any kind of sense, and that would never happen, bro.
It's just like the whole Trevor Bauer thing doesn't make sense. The more
gotta,
money you have, the more careful you have to be with stuff.
I feel the same. Listen, like you had like the ambulance chasers, right? When you fucking got. I've been telling my wife, we're selling this house. It's like, I don't need you to go on social media and being like fucking.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you're going to be in this boat here in a couple of weeks. You're going to be, goddamn multimillionaire.
Flush with cash.
And you need to be careful, Mike, what you start putting on your Facebook and Instagrams and TikToks and all that. You might have to put an end to some of that shit.
You need the password to get to my Snapchat. That's the only way I'm going to, you're really going to see my true feelings about this real estate closure.
Yeah, I mean, your OnlyFans page is probably going to go up here soon.
Fucking can't win them all. And Paul, God bless him. Boston Celtics brought a championship here. It's just, I don't know, what the wife would think about something like that. Maybe she's on board. Maybe she knows the guy just likes to have fun and he's not sleeping with any of these women. He's just there getting back rubs and massages because that's the way he smokes his cigars better that way when he's getting back rubs and massages. I don't know.
I know my wife would not be on board. I know that for a fact.
Well, here's the thing.
Okay. Let's go down this road.
Mine might say he's bothering someone else finally. Fuck, I don't have to have him chasing me around.
Yeah, that's true.
Or she knows that he lives that lifestyle because he probably met her at one of them poker games.
Well, that could be too.
That could be too. So
yeah,
you never know.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think the bottom line is you have to. The more famous you are, the more money you have. You got to be more careful because people find out.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing sad than seeing. Well, there's obviously a lot more things sad, but I'm being sarcastic up to a point. But when you hear about like those athletes that have made like Terrell Owens, right? He's broke. He's got no money.
Yeah,
he's like spent it all.
Yep. I think Chad Johnson's almost in the same boat.
Oh yeah.
All that money he's made and all that stuff. Making
very-
bad decisions and
You could have another podcast and we could, a hell of a topic to go through, but it's easy for us to sit here, people that are, somewhat, as I got a 77-inch television over my shoulder, saying, budget conscious and, spend within your means and things like that. But you wonder what would happen if you got all that fucking coin, if you'd be the same fucking person. And like I said, that could be a whole nother podcast there. But would you be the same person with all that fucking cash?
Well, they say money changes people.
Yeah, you'll change, but it's just how bad you go. Because do you remember being broke? So some people were born with a silver spoon in their mouth, so they don't know about being broke. But then some people broke. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, you just think about that. I've been because Charlie Watt died from the Stones, and I've just been going back and looking at stuff from him and the Beatles, and just think about like a guy from the Beatles like Paul McCartney. He knows, to some extent, I'm not saying poor, but like low to middle class. He knows that lifestyle. He wasn't born, like to Eric's point, like with a silver spoon in his mouth. He knows what it's like to live with a family of 4 in a small, tiny house, washing his clothes in a sink. Just think of the satisfaction you must have of having that upbringing in life, and then being to where you are now, where you're just fucking so flush with cash. There's got to be a huge sense of pride, but also there's got to be that reminder in the back of your head. I know what it used to be like to fucking wash my clothes in a sink.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would think so. That there's that when you come up from a small living, whatever, and
modest lifestyle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then like his kids, they all seem like upstanding people. They're doing things. They're successful in life. They don't know any different. They just know money, right? They got the complete opposite, and that's how you see some of those celebrity kids go off the deep end because they've just been had. No one's ever said no to them. You know what I mean? Or
right.
We can't afford this. It's just always been sure.
Right. Yep.
All right. Let's wrap this up, guys. Wrap it up.
I'll take it.
Yep. Thank you. I was waiting for someone to fill in the blanks.
Fabulous Thunderbirds.
Yeah, great song from the 80s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of, ZZ Top put out a PSA yesterday saying, buyer beware that there's fraudsters out there selling fake Dusty Hill merchandise. So, Matt and Eric, if you're looking to sort of fill in some of the holes of your collections of 80s memorabilia, don't just be going out there and splurging on Dusty Hill memorabilia, as it's not on the up and up. Oh, speaking of which, if we can go back to the Xfinity Comcast conversation very, very quickly. Like I told you, I have a specialist coming out tomorrow to give me the correct box.
Good luck with that.
From the time I made my appointment, I've had 2 fraud calls to my number saying, this is about the appointment that you have tomorrow. We've determined that the outage in the area wasn't necessary. Please call us back to cancel this appointment. And then I've gotten, something, similar about, call this number to confirm your appointment tomorrow. Like, how do they know?
Wow, that's wild.
And I saw these numbers and I was like, these don't look like Xfinity numbers. And I type them into, Google, and all these things come up saying, scam, fraud. But how do they know I have an appointment? They hacking into the systems and seeing who has what?
Yeah, they must already be in the system. Really?
That's fucked
and
up.
then how they know about an outage or what? How they know all that information?
I mean, I didn't have an outage. That was the thing that tipped me off. I just need a fucking cable box that they fucking can't deliver to me. But it seemed very strange to me.
Yeah,
you call them up, they probably want all sorts of info from you, and just fucking. It's like
it was just social in your bank, your routing.
Yeah. Yes, my routing is KISSMYASS. Eric, shout-outs, plugs, questions, comments, or concerns?
Man, shout out to you guys, man. And shout out to this video gaming hobby that we do. I love it. So let's keep it going, and let's get some of these good games coming out. All I got.
Eric,
Nice.
Matthew.
Yeah, shout out, of course, Mike, Eric. Eric, I'm glad you're able to make the show tonight. It's always great when you show up, especially unexpectedly like this. That's awesome. And then Show Enough and RoboPig in chat tonight. It was awesome talking to you guys and seeing you guys in chat. And happy birthday, RoboPig. And yeah, like Eric said, man, gaming, man. And like we talked about tonight, gaming season is upon us. Lots of stuff coming up here. Not only is it sausage season, it's gaming season.
And will Matt finish The Witcher 3 in this gaming season?
There's always this year.
Yep.
There's always this year.
We got to give a shout out to RoboPig. He alerted me that my microphone was not working on stream. So anybody who's listening to the tape delay of this, apologies that my mic was not working. The audio listeners, there'll be no issues there. But give a shout out, yes, to RoboPig for his birthday. It was Scarfinger's birthday this week, so let's give a shout out to Scarfinger.
Yeah.
And also, I was just perusing my internet as one is wont to do when you have your phone next to you. It looks like our man Vic Joe launched the first episode today of his new podcast. It looks like him and his wife are doing a podcast. Let me punch it up here on my trusty
50
phone
Talk
here.
or something like that.
Yeah, 50 Talk. So he just made a post within the hour. So it finally happened. My wife Kathy and I recorded episode 1 of Talk 50. It brought back those old feelings of podcasting with my guys back in the day. He's talking about you two guys, probably, right, Matt?
About us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be editing it in the morning and hopefully posting shortly afterwards. And he says, hit me up at victor50talk@gmail.com if you have questions or comments after you hear the show. So there you
Wow.
go. 50
Nice.
Talk. Does that mean him and his wife crossed the mark at 50?
Well, I don't want to say anything about Kathy,
okay,
but
yeah,
I know Victor for sure is over 50, but I think Kathy's in her late 20s, 30s, or something like that.
yes, of
Good
course. Yeah, so there you go. You got some. When you're done listening to us for the 10th time during the week, because you got to listen many times through to pick up all the nuances and all the subtleties. Right?
There's lots of stuff that you're going to miss.
So once you've done listening to us 10 times, then pop over to the Talk 50.
Mm-hmm.
And
download that at least once.
See what Vic and Kathy are up to.
I also want to give a shout out to 77-inch TVs.
Yeah.
Look at that box. Just look at it.
Look at that. Oh my gosh.
And Eric, if you're looking at the stream here, you can see I've gone horizontal with my my PS5 and the Xbox One. I'm team horizontal now.
How tough a decision was that for you to make, Mike?
To go horizontal?
Yeah.
It's not too bad because I got the other two over here fucking vertical.
So did you really go horizontal or not?
I'm a 50-50 man, Matt. I got two over here that are vertical. I got two over there that are horizontal. What the fuck?
You go both ways.
Everybody wins.
Yeah. something getting back to spending all your money and lifestyle. Something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fuck.
Right.
Hey, between selling the house down there, the mother-in-law got a nice check for her books that she published. This is my inheritance. This 77-inch TV is my inheritance.
That's what's up. I ain't mad at you, bro.
So every time I look at the TV, I can think of her on the wall. Well, the TV every time I'll just stop while I'm ahead.
Yeah, you need to stop now.
Shit. Well, shit.
Well, shit.
Eric, before we go, who are the WTF playing next week? Who are you facing?
I don't even know. I think it might. I don't know. All right, I can tell you in a second. Here we go.
We'll punch it up here. Matt's got a tough game against
Buffalo.
the Steelers. Buffalo.
We play Buffalo.
Oh,
yeah.
No, they beat the Dolphins today, 35-0. Good luck.
Yeah, it breaks off the Dolphins. Yeah, but and we play in Buffalo too. Ugh.
I'm calling it now. Bengals win. Washington loses.
Okay, well there you go. And what about the Patriots and Saints?
Well,
Patriots.
Matt, we'll do this. Hold on, Mike. it'll just be the opposite because Washington won and the Bengals lost, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought.
So next week it's going to be Bengals win, Patriots win, Washington loses.
Nah.
Place your bets in California now.
I gotta
Call your
figure out-
bookies.
I got to figure out what I'm doing the week of the October 3rd. You're going away the week after that, but the October 3rd, it's the Bucks and Pats, 8:20, Sunday night.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to watch that or if I just want to be like totally ignore that it's going on.
Oblivious.
Tom Brady's coming back to Foxborough.
That should be.
That should be some
interesting.
must watch TV. We might have to get creative with the schedule that week.
Yeah, we might have to go early that day.
All right, we'll let you all go. This has been episode 177 of the Bad Fodder Figures podcast. As always, a subsidiary of Glovebox Gaming and Glovebox Gyms Incorporated. We'll talk to you all next week.
It's going to be sausage season here soon.
That's right. Get them while you can, kids.
Exactly.
We'll talk to you all later.
Later, all.